IUPAC nomenclature of esters and anhydrides. Esters are made up of carboxylic acids and alcohols. We know that carboxylic acids will have C double bond OH functional group and alcohols will have OH attached to carbon atom. If we remove water molecule while combining these two, we will have ester as the product. So esters will have C double bond OC functional group, where C double bond O and the other groups on this side represent carboxylic acid part. Oxygen and this carbon will represent alcohol part of the molecule. IUPAC nomenclature of esters can have all 5 units in it. Definitions remain almost same. Secondary prefix speaks about the substituents. Primary prefix tells whether molecule is cyclic or not. Root word indicates the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. Primary suffix indicates the linkage between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. Secondary suffix indicates the presence of ester through the word OAT. Recalling general points. Whenever a secondary suffix is present in the molecule, parent chain should include secondary suffix. Lowest possible number should be given to the secondary suffix. Terminal functional group should be numbered 1. Coming to esters, carboxylic part of ester is a terminal functional group. So carbon of carboxylic acid part should be numbered 1, whereas alcohol is not a terminal functional group. So we should see to it the carbon part of alcohol should get the lowest possible number. Alcohol part of the ester is named first and it appears as alkyl in the IUPAC name. Acid part of the ester is named later and it appears as alkanoate. So the IUPAC name of ester will be alkyl alkanoate. In the molecular structure, if we see, this is the alkanoate part, that is of acid. This is alkyl part, that is of alcohol. Alkyl alkanoate will be the IUPAC name. While numbering, this carboxylic acid carbon is a terminal functional group. So this carbon is always given the number 1. Alcohol carbon is not a terminal functional group. So this carbon should be given lowest possible number. In this molecule, this is the alcohol part, this is the acid part. Let us first mark that. Acid part of the molecule, alcohol part of the molecule. Now if we number the alcohol part, we have only 1 carbon. We know that IUPAC name of ester is alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl is the alcohol part, alkanoate is the acid part. We have only 1 carbon on the alcohol side, so alkyl will be methyl. On the acid side, we have to give number 1 to the carbonyl group. So alkanoate part is ethanoate. IUPAC name will be methyl ethanoate. This is the alcohol part. Carbonyl group wherever it is present, that is the acid part. If we mark it, alcohol part, this is acid part. Name of the alcohol part is alkyl and name of the acid part is alkanoate. Now if we start numbering the alcohol side, lowest possible number to the carbon attached to oxygen, here it is 1. So the alkyl group is ethyl. On the acid side, this is the longest possible chain. Number 1 should be given to carbonyl carbon. We have a methyl substituent at position 2. Why, if we express this as alkanoate, then 2-methyl butanoate. If we join, IUPAC name will be ethyl 2-methyl butanoate. For this molecule, this is alcohol part and acid part. So the IUPAC name of this alcohol will be generally alkyl, and that of acid part is alkanoate. Now if we name the alcohol part, first step is numbering. Lowest possible number should be given to the carbon which is attached to oxygen. In this case it is 2. Here we have a substituent at position 3, that is methyl. So name of this portion in alkyl format will be 3-methyl. Root word is pent. 3-methyl pentyl, but we should also indicate that the attachment is happening through the second carbon. So 3-methyl pent 2-yl will be the name of alcohol part. Coming to the alkanoate part, carbonyl carbon should be numbered 1. Three carbon atoms, so propanoate. IUPAC name will be 3-methyl pent 2-yl propanoate. This is the alcohol part and carboxylic acid part. Alcohol part is cyclohexyl. Only one carbon on the acid part, so methanoate. IUPAC name will be cyclohexyl methanoate. With this molecule, acid part, alcohol part. First let us name the acid part. This carbon is numbered 1. So we have a substituent at position 2. Name of the acid part will be 2-cyclohexyl ethanoate. Coming to the alcohol part, we can number this with the name, we can name this by isopropyl. If not, we can try to give the lowest possible number to this, that is 2. So the name will be propyl but attached at position 2. So prop 2-yl. So we can have two IUPAC names. One is isopropyl 2-cyclohexyl ethanoate. If not, prop 2-yl 2-cyclohexyl ethanoate. This is the alcohol part and this is the acid part. We know that general name for alcohol part is alkyl and acid part is alkanoate. Now if we number the alcohol part, lowest possible number to this carbon, in this case 1. Roughly, name of this portion in alkyl format is propenyl. But we should be specifying the position of the double bond. Here it is 2. So we should write it more specifically as prop 2 enyl. We need not have to tell the attachment to the oxygen because it is 1. On the acid side, 2 carbon atoms. So name will be ethanoate. IUPAC name is prop 2-enyl ethanoate. In this molecule, more or less similar, but we have one more attachment. This is the alcohol part, acid part. Acid part name remains the same, that is ethanoate. On the alcohol side, we should try to give the lowest number to this carbon, that is 2. Roughly, name is butynyl. Specifying the position of the double bond and the attachment to oxygen, name will be written as but 3n 2-yl ethanoate. So the IUPAC name will be but 3n 2-yl ethanoate. This is a triester. While naming this triester, we can include 2 ester in the parent chain and consider them as suffix. Third ester will be considered as a prefix. Now to choose which one is a suffix and which one is a prefix, we should take the help of name of this alcohol part. Here we have 4 carbons, so its name starts with B, butane, butyl or something. Here 1 carbon, so starts with M. 5 carbon starts with P. Now, since B and M comes first in the alphabetical order over P, these 2 carbonyl groups will be considered as a part of the parent chain and this will be considered as a prefix. Let us mark that first. Now, let us try to name the suffix first. We know that carbonyl carbon should be numbered 1, but this is a diester. Again, by taking the help of alphabetical order, B comes first, so this carbonyl should be numbered 1. And this should be numbered 5. Now coming to the IUPAC name, we know that ester IUPAC name has 2 parts. One is alkyl and the second one is alkanoate. Alkyl will be the alcohol part and alkanoate will be the acid part. First let us try to name the alcohol part. Now on the first carbonyl we are having butyl. Butyl. On the fifth carbonyl alcohol part we have methyl. But if we simply write butyl methyl, we will not know whether it is on the first carbon or the fifth carbon. So here 1 butyl and 5 methyl. So our alcohol part name will be 1 butyl space 5 methyl. Now coming to the acid part, we know that it is pentanoate, more specifically pentane dioate. Let us first write that. Pentane dioate. We need not have to tell the position of the dioate because they are terminal functional groups. Now we have a substituent at position 3. So that should come prior to the name pentane dioate. So at position 3 we are having 2 carbon atoms sitting. So at 3 ethyl. Now on that ethyl at position 2 we have a carbonyl group. Name of this will be 2-oxo. And on the same second carbon 5 carbon atoms with an oxygen. So 2-pentoxy. Between oxo and pentoxy, oxo comes first. So at 3 inside the bracket 2-oxo, 2-pentoxy, ethyl. Then pentane dioate. IUPAC name will be 1-butyl, 5-methyl, 3-2-oxo, 2-pentoxy ethyl, pentane dioate. Let us try to find out the structure for this name. First, let us find out what is what. Hexane is root word of acid. Dioate indicates it's a diester. 1-butyl is the alcohol part on first carbonyl. 6-pentyl indicates the alcohol part on the sixth carbonyl. This whole thing is a substituent, that is prefix on acid part. With this, if we try to write the structure, first hexane, 6 carbons, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us number it. Now dioate indicates the ester. Ester means we should have C double bond O and O. On first carbonyl we are having butyl. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. On the sixth carbon atom pentyl. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the acid part at position 3, that is here, we have ethyl sitting, 2 carbon atoms. If we number it, point of attachment to the parent chain is 1, next carbon is 2. On that ethyl at position 2, 2-methoxy, 2-oxo, 2-oxo, 2-methoxy. This will be the structure of the name. This is the alcohol part and the acid part. It's a simple molecule. We have 2 carbons on the alcohol part, so its name will be ethyl. On the acid part, only 1 carbon in the parent chain and ring system will be a substituent. So the acid part name will be 1-cyclohexyl methanoate. IUPAC name will be ethyl 1-cyclohexyl methanoate. By using a special suffix, we can name this molecule in one more way. That special suffix is carboxylate. When we use the term carboxylate, C double bond O carbon is already included in the name. Now we can write this molecule as a substituent on cyclohexane, where C double bond O, O, C, C is sitting on cyclohexane. Alcohol part remains the same. that is ethyl. This portion now is considered as something sitting on cyclohexane. Since this carbon is included in the name carboxylate, we just have to address the remaining carbon atom. So, acid part name will be cyclohexane. It is not cyclohexyl. Keep in mind, cyclohexane carboxylate. IUPAC name will be ethyl cyclohexane carboxylate. Let's move on to anhydrides now. Anhydrides are made up of two carboxylic acids units. We know that carboxylic acids means C double bond OH. Another carboxylic acid is C double bond OH. When we remove a molecule of water from two carboxylic acids, we get anhydrides. And notation will be like this: two carbonyl groups where oxygen is sandwiched in between. Each carbonyl group indicates one carboxylic acid unit in anhydride. IUPAC name of anhydrides can have all 5 units in it. Secondary prefix tells the substituents. Primary prefix speaks about the cyclic nature of the molecule. Root word indicates the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. Primary suffix indicates the linkage between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. Secondary suffix indicates the presence of anhydride through the word oic anhydride. I have written acid and scratched here for the reason name is very much similar to carboxylic acid, where it was oic acid. Here it is oic anhydride. It is a symmetrical anhydride because groups on both the sides are same. While naming the acid part of the anhydride, we use the same set of rules. Two carbon atoms. Here also two carbon atoms. Since both the groups are same, we just use the term ethanoic once along with anhydride. IUPAC name will be ethanoic anhydride. If it is an unsymmetrical anhydride, as in this case, we have to indicate the name of both the acid groups in the IUPAC name. On this side we are having two carbon atoms, so ethanoic. On this side we have three carbon atoms, so propanoic. Alphabetically E comes first. IUPAC name will be ethanoic propanoic anhydride. With this molecule, let us first number this acid part. We have one carbon atom as a parent chain and this as a substituent. Name of this acid part will be 1-cyclohexyl methanoic. On the other side, this carbonyl takes up the number 1. So, we have substituent at position 2 and 3. Name of this acid part will be 2,3 dimethyl butanoic. IUPAC name will be 1-cyclohexyl methanoic 2,3-dimethyl butanoic anhydride. Cyclohexyl methanoic comes first because C comes first in the alphabetical order. Next lecture will be on IUPAC nomenclature of amides. Thank you.